Hello everyone, my name is Cameron and welcome back to your regularly scheduled nonsense, where today we're back with another installment of the Platinum Journey. I don't remember exactly what episode this is going to be of it, but if you guys were watching the stream that Jesse and I were just doing a little bit ago, you will know that I achieved the It Takes Two Platinum, hitting the I in my... Sorry, that's better. Hitting I in my 200, or in my A to Z Platinum Challenge, and Platinum number 200, which means it's another time to go through the most recent 25 Platinum trophies I've gotten. Obviously, last time we went from 151 to 175, from Pacific Drive to Hitman 3 on the PS5, which obviously was the auto pop. So, didn't really like mentioning that one and talking about it too much, but actually I think, was Hitman 3... No, that was before 151. That's right. All right. But for this, we've now gotten from 176 all the way to 200, and we're going to go through every single one of those, give some thoughts on each and every one of those. If I sound a little tired, it's because I am. Again, if you watch the stream, I was kind of in and out during that stream. I was about to pass out throughout most of it, which sucked. On top of that, I also had a long day. I worked. Then after work, changed a toilet, which was not the plan. The plan was literally just to replace the tank, and then the bowl cracked, so had to completely replace the entire toilet. So that took forever, and that sucked. And then obviously the stream, which took a couple hours, but we can officially discuss the most recent 25 Platinums all the way up to number 200. So starting with 176, we have MLB The Show 23 on the PS5. I got this November 26th, 2024. It took me 6 days and 12 hours. I bought this because 24 to get MLB The Show 24 had been free a few months prior, and I was very close to getting that platinum. If you guys don't know, basically I have every platinum for MLB from like 2018 or 2019 on to now, and I haven't bought 25 yet, but I will be buying it very soon and doing that platinum as well. Was like one trophy away from being done with 24, and I was like, I don't really want to fuck up and take away the in order thing I've been doing, because I'd gotten 22 a couple months before this, or during the same month actually, maybe, this a couple weeks prior to this, and I was like, well, I could just say fuck it and finish 24, or, which was again really close to being done, or I could get 23, do the entirety of 23, and that's what I did in about a week. Finished the entire MLB The Show 23, and then the same day, which took 2 months and 3 weeks, was MLB The Show 24 for the PS5. Again, like I said, I was really close to being done with it. I think at this point I had one singular trophy left to go, and I was done. So got that trophy done and out of the way, which I think was literally just for playing like 8 more games or something like that. It was playing a few more games, and I was done with it basically. Both of these are really fun. I love baseball. It's one of my favorite sports of all time. And Jesse originally was doing these platinums for me. He'd basically just play through the entirety of the MLB games because he was a lot better at them. And then when they went to Xbox, I started doing these myself recently. I finished 22 because I found a way to fix some glitches we had with that. Did 23, did 24, had a blast doing both of those. And I'm really excited to do MLB The Show 25 as well. As far as sports games and like yearly release games go, MLB and WWE are about the only ones I do, and they're the only ones I'll platinum. They're just a lot of fun. Next, we have Metal Hellsinger for the PS5. This I got the 28th of November 2024. It took me 15 hours and 10 minutes. I basically played this game pretty much nonstop for like a day. And probably would have had it done faster, but I think I slept for a little bit. I think this was around Thanksgiving, so I had time. I had a lot of time off. So I was just kind of taking time, doing whatever I wanted, and this was a lot of fun to do. I really love this game. I love musical, rhythm-based games, so this was a lot of fun for me to do. It was like a cross of Doom and Guitar Hero, and I had a blast playing it. I highly recommend it. The soundtrack's great. A lot of really cool metal songs. The story's great. The graphics looks fantastic. I think there's even like a girly pop version of the same thing, where you can get like girly pop music to play over instead of this. Was a lot of fun. On to number 179, we have Hitman Absolution HD. I got this December 4th, 2024. It took me 2 days and 3 hours. I'm still working through Blood Money HD because genuinely both of these games are just not that fun to play. At least nowadays, the games are really good. But in general, Absolution is just a dumpster fire. It's very not stealth based. But the game itself wasn't too bad to go through. The platinum's pretty easy. A lot of it is just playing through the maps, and I think unlocking some shit. And I'm not even sure where I'm at on Blood Money. I haven't really checked it in a bit. But I will be doing that at some point and finishing it up, the HD version. I'm not going to do the PS3 versions because, one, Absolution has online, which is no longer active, and two, I don't want to because that's why there's the HD versions. Next at 180, we have Rise of the Ronin. I got this December 5th, 2024. It took me 7 months and 3 weeks. This was up to this point was one of the last. No, this was the last thing I was doing on the channel as far as a YouTube series goes, like an actual video series. Until Indiana Jones started last week. This was the most recent thing I had done channel-wise because Caravan Sandwich, which we'll be getting to, was done after I'd finished the series. I had to go back and finish like one trophy. I had to play through the whole game again for one trophy because one trophy fucking bugged for doing like all the quests, I think is what it was. So I went back and did that one. But yeah, Rise of the Ronin I did during the channel, and we did every single trophy for it. A lot of fun. Had a great time playing it. It took 7 months, 3 weeks. I probably could have gotten it done faster if I'd focused more on, recording and uploading. But I'm terrible at that. So had a blast playing this game though. Souls-like games have never been like the thing I've really liked a lot, but Rise of the Ronin was a lot of fun. It wasn't too difficult in my opinion, and had a lot of interesting dynamics and characters, and the story was really good. It felt kind of rushed at times, but the story was still enjoyable to play to a degree. And had a blast playing through it. Kind of hope we get to see more Rise of the Ronin stuff in the future. If not, oh well, it's not the end of the world. Next, for platinum number 181 on the PS4, I got Ben 10 Power Trip, December 10th, 2024. Took me 1 day and 14 hours. I was looking for something quick and easy to do through the PS Plus catalog because I do have premium, so using it as much as I can is fun. And I saw Ben 10 Power Trip on there, and I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm a huge Ben 10 fan. I haven't played any of the Ben 10 video games in a long time, especially not any of them on a main console. All the ones I played were like the cheap, shitty Flash games. So I wanted to check this one out. It was the only Ben 10 game I could find that had a decent trophy list that wasn't super difficult and could be done kind of quickly. I was just trying to get a few more platinums done to kind of boost my numbers up, basically. Trying to get more or less to a point where we'd beaten what we'd done the previous year. So I was finding games that were kind of short and really enjoyable to play, and that was what this was. It wasn't great by the end of it. It kind of got to the point where I was like, okay, can this just be done? The game was janky, didn't always play the best. It really did not play very well. Do I wish I would have done a different Ben 10 game? Fuck no. The other ones were a lot harder. I do, however, wish I probably really wouldn't have ever done this fucking game. Next, for 182, we have Daxter on the PS5. Got this one December 13th, 2024. It took me 5 hours and 49 minutes. This was a blast. I remembered playing this on my PSP back in the day, and so I saw that it was on PS5, and I was like, well, I've kind of got to play it. I haven't played a Jak and Daxter game up to this point of doing that in probably 8 or 9 years, give or take. Had a blast playing through it though, clearly, because it took me less than 6 hours to complete the entirety of the game. I basically just, I think, played that nonstop for like the whole day. Basically started it, went through from start to finish, just did not stop playing it. It was a blast to play though. I had so much fun playing it, and I recommend Daxter so much. Like, it's such a unique platformer, or such a unique game in that series. That's a nice little side game. I did the same in where was it? In September. Oh, excuse me. In September of last year, I had done much the same with Secret Agent Clank, which is the spin-off of the Ratchet and Clank series. And during this challenge, the A to Z Platinum Challenge, we'll be actually touching on both Jak and Daxter, which is the next game, the Precursor Legacy, the more recent one that got released on PS5. Again, not the original version that was like released on PS4 and PS5, the one that got recently released, which is kind of an updated version, a little bit easier. I know, I'm a bitch. I'm probably still going to do the other version because I really do like the Jak and Daxter franchise, but figured just doing the one that's a little bit easier for their challenge is probably the better idea. And then Ratchet and Clank with Rift Apart later in the challenge as well will be a nice way to touch on both those series again, because I love classic PlayStation IPs, especially Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank, two of my all-time favorites. Sly Cooper's up there as well. Infamous is also up there. Point to the PS3 in the corner. But yeah, had a lot of fun with that one. Highly recommend it. Quick, short game, just a lot of fun. Next, we have Thief Simulator. I got this December 21st, 2024. It took me 3 days and 3 hours, and this was basically all I played during that whole time. I think I may have been playing a couple of other games here or there just to kind of try and finish them. But for the vast majority of that 3 days, I was basically just playing Thief Simulator, trying to finish it up. I'm planning on doing Thief Simulator 2 at some point, but I haven't bought it yet because every time it goes on sale, I just don't have money. So, but yeah, really fun game. Really fucking janky, but I had a blast playing through it. The Platinum's not too hard. There's a few things that are like, kind of shitty, but for the most part, it's a pretty standard, pretty easy Platinum to go through. Up until I think a little bit late in the game, it gets a little bit harder, but not too bad. Next, 184, we've COD Black Ops 6. I got the PS4 version of this done December 25th, 2024. It took me 4 weeks and 1 day. For those of you wondering why the PS4 version, because the PS5 version doesn't have a Platinum. So for like a month, I had the PS4 and the PS5 version of this game downloaded to my PS5. So I get the Platinum on one and just play the other one for fun. It took me a while because there was a glitch trophy at the time for getting 2 kills with an RCXD. Which basically to do that, you just kind of had to, it was very difficult. You had to blow up, you had to play kill order, I think is what it's called. You had to play kill order, you had to take down the person who had the target on their head, as well as kill another player at the same time, and then go finish up the person who had the target on their head. And when you did that, the trophy would pop. And it was the only way at the time to get the trophy. I think it's potentially been fixed now, I'm not 100% sure. But it was a bitch. It sucked. I hated it. I'm glad to have this one done. I really wish there was a PS5 Platinum, but because of COD Launcher, it's just all one fucking game, all one trophy list, which means if I do want to get that Platinum in 100%, I have to get MW2 and MW3 just to get the Black Ops 6 100% as well, and probably the next fucking Call of Duty game that releases, because again, it's probably going to use the COD Launcher. And again, I'm going to say this. I understand why Sony has it to where if something launches from the same launcher, it's got to be one trophy list. But the thing is, when these are different games, like I'd understand it if it was just expansion packs and expansion packs and expansion packs, looking at you, Dead by Daylight, Minecraft. But when it's legitimately a full-ass $80, $70 game, whatever it costs, and you're just giving me an expansion list on that prior trophy list, it pisses me the fuck off. It's such a dumb decision. Like Metal Gear Solid, the Volume 1 remaster, does the same thing as far as I know on PS5. I think the Tomb Raider one does the exact same thing on PS5 as well, and it's just a dumb decision. Just let me have one trophy or separate trophy list. It's not that fucking hard. Next, we have Caravan Sandwich at 185, also got on December 25th, 2024. It took me 1 month and 1 week. Like I said, I just went back to finish up the trophy for getting all the side quests done, which had glitched out on me during my playthrough of this on the channel, which I had a blast playing this game. I highly recommended it back when I finished it. I still highly recommend it now. Very easy game to play, very fun, enjoyable story, very unique world, and again, also just a really easy platinum if you're a trophy hunter. I definitely recommend doing this one. Go into it blind, enjoy the story, and then, just have a fun time. Next, number 186, we have EA Sports UFC 3. I got this December 28th, 2024. It took me 5 years and 1 month, mostly just because I stopped playing the game for a long time. This game got announced that it was being shut down. I think it was February or March of this year. Maybe January, I don't remember for sure. But this game got shut down a couple months ago, and it was one of those things. I think it was January, maybe, but I can't remember for sure. It was January, February, I'm pretty sure. This one was getting shut down for the online, so I went through all the online, boosted it with a bunch of people, got it done, and then went and did the career mode stuff that I had to finish up for myself. Excuse me. Right after, this adds to my UFC 2 and 4 platinums. And if I do UFC 5, I will have everything except for UFC 1 that can be completed. The only thing is I didn't start UFC 1, so at least it's not a blemish on my profile like other sports games that I've played in the past. But yeah, this was okay. Obviously, I can't recommend going for this platinum because it's impossible to get now unless you already have all of the online trophies done. I think the main reason this got shut down was because of the Conor McGregor lawsuit and everything and all the legal trouble he was going through at the time when the end of the year was coming around. So I think it was like September, October, and November, somewhere around there, where they announced that this game kind of got shadow announced that it was being shut down, which, yeah, really sucked. But PSN profiles and other other trophy hunting sites like that have a very great community of people who are willing to help out with whatever trophy you might need and help out with whatever games you're planning on trying to finish, whether it be because they're about to be shut down forever or because they just want to have fun playing the game and don't want to have to sweat their balls off. Next, for 187, we have Destroy All Humans Clone Carnage. I got this one December 29th, 2024. It took me 4 days and 18 hours. The unique thing about this one is it requires you to actually play with another person. You have to play online against and with somebody else. So yeah, this one was really fun. I had not known about this game, and I kind of just found it randomly when I was like looking through the store or something like that. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And I kind of started playing it. I was like, all right, this is pretty fun. And then I got through it and started getting through it and getting through it and getting through it. I'd gotten most of everything done, and I was like missing basically just stuff that had to do with having another player online. You do need to do some couch co-op stuff on here as well. But yeah, did the online stuff, got this done. The person I did it with was really cool. They were really understanding for somebody who I think spoke a different language. But yeah, got through it, had a blast with it. I really love Destroy All Humans. Really hoping for a Destroy All Humans 3 and 4 remaster so we can get more of that, because that'd be really fun. But yeah, that was pretty cool to get done. And next, for the 188th platinum, we have Ice Age Scrat's Nutty Adventure. I got this one December 31st, 2024. It took me 8 hours and 13 minutes. This was the final platinum I got before the end of the year, before the challenge started, because originally I wanted to set up a certain game. I wanted to set up LA Noire, which is the L game, for my 200th platinum. You'll see why wasn't going to happen anyway, but I fucked up, and getting Ice Age stopped me from being able to get that as my 200th platinum anyway. That pushed it back to the 201st and made Killzone Liberation, which would have been the 200th. And then I'll get on to why that's not the case here in a minute. But yeah, had a lot of fun playing this game. It was just honestly a really solid Ice Age game. It wasn't great by any stretch of the imagination, because again, it's an Ice Age game. It was kind of just there to be there. But it was on PS Plus, and I kind of saw it and I was like, you know what? It's got a pretty easy platinum. This will push me one platinum more for the end of the year, and I can start off the year, because that was my plan, was starting off January 2025, starting with the trophy challenge rather than starting with anything else. And yeah, I had a blast playing this one, and it was my last platinum of last year, and really kind of rang in the new year with it. Again, like I said, I don't really think it was that great of a game, but it was still pretty enjoyable to play for what I did play. All right, next, as we go into January of 2025, this is the official start of the A to Z Platinum Challenge throughout the year. And so we'll be getting through a few of those games that I've already discussed and already done. You guys have seen me platinum on the channel, so here we go. At 189, we have A Plague Tale Innocence for PS5. I got this January 2nd, 2025. It took me 1 day and 6 hours. This was the first game in the A to Z Platinum Challenge. Really fun game. Really looking forward to playing the sequel. And yeah, I had a blast playing this one, obviously, because it took me a day a day and a quarter or day and a quarter of a day. It was done really fast, and I wasn't sure we were gonna get it in that time, but I'm glad we did. It was a lot of fun. I genuinely would play it again, and I might, because I do have the PS4 version as well. So I might end up playing that version just for shits and gigs, and play it again before I do A Plague Tale Requiem. Next, for 190, we have Baja Edge of Control HD. I got this January 9th, 2025, 1 week and 4 hours. Yes, that's right. Literally a week after I got the first platinum in this challenge, I got the second platinum. That doesn't last. Just believe me, that does not last. But yeah, this one was, this one sucked. I'm not even going to sugarcoat. This game was not fun to do. I wish I would have chosen literally anything else for B at this point. But, it was kind of a balance and ebb and flow of where I was at with the platinums. So we got the first one in a little over a day. We got the second one in about a week. The third one was in less than a day. And then playtime for the other one was about 20 days. And then we had about 3 days, another week, 4 days, and then the most recent one was a month. So we went through a lot really fast as far as the platinums go. But hopefully from this point forward, we'll be able to kind of get back into a rhythm of getting them done quickly. I'll explain why I've already explained why It Takes Two took a while to get done. Jesse and I had very busy schedules. It was very difficult for us to actually get time to play. But yeah, really wish I wouldn't have done Baja. Not because of the time it took to get done, but just because the game was not fun to play. Moving on to Cat Quest, which I got done January 10th, 2025. 6 hours and 57 minutes of playtime. Was a blast of a game. Cannot wait to play Cat Quest 2 and 3. I have 2 very lovely cats, so I'm definitely a cat person. But yeah, had a lot of fun playing this one. Obviously, it took me just under 7 hours to get done. Literally did it in one sitting. I can't really say much more about this one because I've said so much about it already in the stream that I did for it. Next, for 192, we have Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I got this January 30th, 2025. It took me 6 years and 9 months. This was the only game that I made an exception to the it has to be a fresh game on my account rule, because this only had 1 trophy. I had gotten it many years ago, and after that 1 trophy, I stopped playing the game, hadn't touched it, had to restart the game anyway and start from scratch. The whole point of this challenge was to clear up a lot of my backlog, whether that be backlog games that I've started, in this case, or backlog games, or PS Plus games in the case of a few of the things that we have on the A to Z Platinum Challenge list, or backlog games that I haven't started. For the most part, I wanted to focus on games I hadn't played but had been in my library for a very long time, except for Deus Ex. This is one I wanted to get done solely to get it done because I was sick of it being at 1 fucking platinum or 1 trophy out of the 70 something it had or some shit like that, including all the DLCs. Had a blast playing this one. This one was a lot of fun. Really looking forward to playing Human Revolution on my PS3 at some point. I haven't bought it yet, but I probably will be soon. Love. Right now, I will say, I don't plan on doing a Nerd Hall update for a while until, well, I suppose I could. I think I do remember for the most part what I've bought recently, but I think I want to wait until I move and have a better setup, and then I'll go kind of through a huge Nerd Hall video kind of showing all the game collection and stuff like that. But moving on to 193, we have Endling Extinction is Forever. I got this one February 2nd, 2025. This took me 1 day and 18 hours, and this game broke my fucking spirit. This broke my soul. It broke my heart. This game had a lot that you had to focus on to get the platinum, and you had a lot of missable potential. I went through a guide. A lot of the time, when it comes to a game I'm trophy hunting, if it's a story-based game, I will focus on the game first, and then I'll go back and do the cleanup and do a guided playthrough to get all the stuff. With the fact of the way this challenge was going, I wanted to focus solely on the platinum, and I went through a guided run for this the whole time. I did not look at any of the spoiler stuff, though. I literally just went as, what do I need to do to get the 100%, to get every single food item, to get all of these things, to do all of these things? What do I need to do specifically? So I watched So I read through the guide, I saw how to do everything, got all the food items and everything like that. It was a lot of fun, and I highly recommend this game for how heartbreaking it is. I would recommend do a blind playthrough first. If you're not a trophy hunter, especially do a blind playthrough. But if you are a trophy hunter, I recommend do a blind playthrough first, and then kind of just, you know, you can enjoy the game however you want in that playthrough, and then you can do whatever you want later just for fun. Next, for 194, we have Far Cry Primal. I got this done February 13th, 2025. Took me 1 week and 3 days. I almost had to go to a backup game for this one because Primal, I have it on disc. And I was playing it in my PS5, no issues, and then all of a sudden it just kept crashing and kept crashing and kept crashing. So then I put it in my PS4 and it worked fine, thankfully. I think it was on PS Plus at the time, so I could have easily done it that way if I needed to. Actually, I might have ended up using the PS Plus version. I don't think I actually ended up finishing it with the disc. I think the disc stopped working in the PS4 as well, and started having issues or wouldn't read or something like that. So, yeah, this just goes to show you why used discs can be a bitch sometimes. But yeah, played through this one and had a blast through it. I loved it. It was okay. I mean, look, it wasn't great. It was a Far Cry game, not named Far Cry 3. It was alright, and it was kind of a shit platinum experience for me, at least, because of all the crashes and all the issues. But all in all, it wasn't terrible to do. I got it finished pretty quick. 10 days is not the greatest time frame, but wasn't terrible either. Got through it pretty quick, and would not play it again, though. At all. Next, for 195, we've Ghostwire Tokyo. I got this one February 23rd, 2025. It took me 1 week and 2 days. No, I have not gone back to the 100% on this. I did specify when I started this challenge I wouldn't get the 100% on every game I was going for, solely because that would be really hard. One, the DLCs cost money some of the time, and two, I just don't have much time. For this one, I just haven't gone back for it because it's really hard, and it's a rogue-like thing, and I don't really like roguelikes all that much. So I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to let it sit for now. I'll go back to it at some point. I do want to do a huge cleanup for percentages and 100% in games that I've platinumed but haven't done the DLCs. But I'm not that worried about it right now. I'll let it sit for a bit. It doesn't bother me. There's no online to this game, so I'm not worried about just sitting and waiting for it to be done. Next, at 196, we have Hot Wheels Unleashed. Got this February 28th, 2025. It took me 4 days and 17 hours. I highly recommend Ghostwire Tokyo, by the way, just to specify. This one was, this one was interesting. I don't really feel like I like this one as much as I was hoping I would. I do still want to do Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 at some point, just to say I've done them both. But, yeah, this game was not enjoyable. About halfway through, when I was mostly focusing on time trials and things like that, I just kind of was like, dude, I can't. Like, when I was just kind of grinding for money and for gear and for scrap and all that shit, it just got very repetitive and very time consuming and very, very boring, very, very fast. This and Baja Edge of Control were the only 2 games, not counting the Deus Ex online mode stuff that I did off camera, and some of the Far Cry grinding I think I might have done off camera. I can't remember for sure. They're about the only 2 games that I really took some time off and didn't stream while I was getting the platinum done, just to kind of get to work on it a lot easier and get through a lot of the more annoying shit. But yeah, so it was okay. Do I recommend it? For fun, maybe, but to platinum, fuck no. Next, for 197, we have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, PS4 version. I got this March 6th, 2025. Took me 4 years and 6 months. I went back and did this when the 3 and 4 collection when the remaster of 3 and 4 got announced. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go grind out Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. Looked up a guide for the best way to get XP. Followed that guide to a T. Did it. Got my platinum. Don't have to ever touch 1 and 2 again. Bring on 3 and 4 in July. I'm so excited. Do have it pre-ordered. I got the collector's edition. I'm really excited for that. But yeah, this was really fun. I kind of recommend it because I do love the Tony Hawk games, but at the same time, it's really fucking hard. So, like, be prepared for that. Like, be prepared for the fact that it's going to be a bitch to platinum. Be prepared for the fact that the level 100 grind fucking sucks because it's super fucking difficult to get XP at this point. In a consistent way, I mean. But yeah, had a blast with this one, and yeah, genuinely really excited for 3 and 4. Next, we have WWE 2K24. I got this March 20th, 2025. It took me 1 year and 2 weeks. Basically just finishing it up as 2K25 was coming out. Still got to do some universe mode stuff with Jesse and finish that up, which now that It Takes Two is done, I'll probably be focusing on that a little bit more to get into 2K25s and at least do one season of 2K25 universe mode. Because by the time we get to that one, we'll probably be almost to 2K26. But yeah, really fun. I think it's still possible to get done. I don't know for sure. I would recommend, if you're not sure about doing 2K24's Platinum, to get onto it very fast, because there's a chance it's probably not going to be possible for much longer. Next, for $199, I got God of War 3 Remastered, March 25th, 2025. It took me 7 years and 8 months. This one was a lot of fun to do. I love the God of War franchise. It is one of my favorite video game franchises of all time. And, I mean, I've maybe picked up a few things for the PS3 that are God of War related. We'll talk about that another time. But yeah, really love doing this one. Went back. I only had like 4 or so miscellaneous trophies, and then like getting all the collectibles, beating the game on the hardest difficulty, and making it through the labyrinth without dying or resetting your checkpoint or anything like that. And it was like, that was really all I had to do. So I was like, okay, I can do this. I had, I think, maybe like 7 or 8 trophies, I think is what I had total left to unlock. So went and did that, had a blast playing it. I think Mayor Hairbear had done a video on it around the same time. I think this is right around when I got my PS3 as well. So it was like right around that time where I was like, I kind of really want to do the God of War games. So I'm going to start with 3 Remastered. Did 3 Remastered, had a blast with it. Yeah, and cannot wait to go into more God of War games now that I have a PS3 and can play them. I'm only missing 2 of them right now, so for clarification, I have the Saga, but it didn't come with the code for the Origins collection, and even if it did, it would have been expired anyway. The code was already used, but it would have been expired because it's way past the expiration date. And I have Ascension. I just need to get Ghost of Sparta and Chains of Olympus, and I'll have the entire God of War collection. Both, excuse me, as far as PS3 goes, and also PS4/PS5, as I do have God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok. And obviously God of War 3 Remastered. Especially with the teaser of a new God of War in the Greek era being talked about. So, yeah, plus it was the 20th anniversary of God of War. So, figured perfect timing. And finally, for number 200, obviously we have It Takes Two. I got this literally today. April 26, 2025. It took me 1 month and 2 weeks. Jesse and I were very busy. It's the only reason we had to push it back so much and not be able to do it. We kept trying to find time, and every time we would, we'd be really tired, or it'd just be kind of a lot to do in a short amount of time. So we're like, all right, well, we could keep playing, or we can just take a break and come back to it in a week. And that's what we did. We finally came back to it a week after our last time playing it, and we finished it. Jesse does not have the platinum as of right now. He's missing 2 miscellaneous trophies, 1 for climbing the Hell Tower and 1 for breaking the piggy bank. I was going to try to do those on my own, play with both controllers, go get those 2 trophies for him and move on. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that because it's really fucking difficult to do those levels with one person. So I'm like, well, I'll just have him come help me get to the points, and then I'll just do both trophies, be done with it, and move on. And yeah, have them done for him. And on top of that, I also went back and finished the 100% on Minecraft Set 2 again, which again, I'm not gonna count it in my list, but it is done. And as far as non-platinums go for PlayStation 4 and 5, we have the Playroom, which I got October 18th, 2024. It took me 8 years and 9 months. This is like the PS4 showcase, basically, which was pretty fun to go through, actually. Had a few things I think I had to do with Jesse, if I remember correctly, and yeah, that was pretty fun. that was pretty fun to go through and finally finish up, because like I said, it's kind of like the showcase for the PlayStation 4 and what you could do with it. It's the Astro's Playroom of the PS4, basically. I had a lot of fun finishing it up. A lot of really unique like mini game stuff that you can do in that game. Next, we have Resident Evil Reverse, which I got March 2nd, 2025. It took 2 days and 14 hours. This is just kind of a shitty like shooter game on PlayStation, set in the Resident Evil franchise. If you bought like the gold edition of Resident Evil 8, you got this game basically for free. And they were shutting it down, so I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go do it, get it done and over with. And that's what I did. I finished it up, and yeah, was a lot of fun to play with the group I was boosting with. The game itself sucked, not gonna lie, the game is just not fun. But yeah, the 100% was decent, I guess. It wasn't the greatest, but it was fairly easy to get through at the end of the day. And then finally, number 15. This is only the 15th non-platinum I have on my PlayStation, by the way. I got Back to the Future Episode 1, It's About Time, on the PS3, April 14th, 2025. It took 11 years and 8 months. Yeah, that one is, as of right now, the longest time it's taken me to complete a game from start to finish. I would love to do the rest of it, episodes 2 through 5, I think, but unfortunately they're impossible to buy separately anymore, and the disc is only available on PS4. So if I do want to do them, I have to buy a disc for PS4 and restart and only get the platinum, which is fine, but I would like to also be able to just go through the entirety and get all the trophies and get the 100% for all of the episodes. But it looks like if I do want to do it, it's going to be through the PS4 version, which is like $90 a fucking pop. So probably not going to be doing that one anytime soon. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this update on the trophy collection and my platinum journey. I'm excited for the next 25. I'm excited to continue on with the A to Z Platinum Challenge now that It Takes Two is done. I will see you all in the next video. Stay golden. Peace.